there, Mobile. I'm Amber Gerard, and this is your news nightcap for September 17th, 2017. On Thursday, 55-year-old Gregory Owens entered the Hancock Bank on Demetropolis Road armed with a gun. He managed to get some money, but fortunately for the bank and unfortunately for him, his plan didn't work out as he had expected. 75% of banks in the U.S. hide die packs and stacks of money. They are controlled remotely. One press of the button and the die pack explodes, covering the stolen cash and hopefully the culprit. That was the case for Owens. Based on evidence collected at the scene, once the die exploded, he dropped the cash and fled, but he didn't get away for long. Police found him later that night. He was charged with first-degree robbery and unlawfully carrying a handgun. Just 2 more charges to add to a record that he started in 1982. One homeowner had a very lucky and unlucky day last week. A report of a residential fire came in Thursday afternoon. When firefighters arrived at the scene, this house on Racine Drive off Moffett Road had flames and smoke coming out of its roof. The firefighters managed to contain and put out the fire in less than 10 minutes. Fortunately for the homeowner, the fire did not spread to the rest of the house, and that is why they are very lucky. Mobile police are looking for this man, 23-year-old Willie James Stanberry, in connection to a shooting that occurred last month on Jesse and Glass Streets in Mobile. Police say that he stood over his victim and shot him 3 times. Now, that in and of itself is disturbing, yes, but what is even more so is the fact that he was arrested in 2012 for the attempted murder of a 15-year-old. So, how the heck was he able to get out on the streets again? And that is a darn good question, and one I hope to answer this week. Until then, be on the lookout for this one. He is dangerous, and he could hurt you or someone that you know or love. Summer is over, but that doesn't mean keeping your car summer clean is. Rich's has been the go-to car wash for a while now. It's new, fancy, has the neon lights and suds galore. But what? Hold up, what's that? It's the Wash House Car Wash at the Shell Station in West Mobile on Airport across from Chick-fil-A. It's got all that Rich's has, plus you can get gas and a hot dog. And the people are awesome too.
You're good at that registration type stuff, and we got fishing tournament coming up.
That, my friends, is Debbie Foster, Executive Director Extraordinaire of the Dog River Clearwater Revival Project. She and her crew participated in the 30th annual coastal cleanup yesterday at Navco Park, also known as Dog River Park. Debbie says the #1 culprit hurting our waterways:
cigarette butts. #1 item. Rapidly being taken over by straws and stir sticks, plastic stir sticks. Plastics are the worst, and foam, always.
The annual cleanup covers 28 different zones throughout Mobile and Baldwin County. Everything that is collected is recorded and then submitted to the Ocean Conservancy in Washington, D.C. Over the past 29 years, more than 88,000 volunteers have removed over 1.5 million pounds of debris from Alabama waterways.
You see right here, just a big, solid mass of goo, which is all like glue, and you see the...
Larry Moten is a native of New Orleans, but has made Mobile his home for the last 30 years, which is why taking care of the city and its waters is important to him.
This is a product of the wreck on the interstate, where the tractor trailer right by Airport Boulevard and I-65 turned over, and they had a sizing agent, and they put booms up to catch it, but the booms were just on the surface, so I imagine a lot of the product went under the booms.
Jamarcus Talib works with the Mobile Bay Estuary Program, a division of the Dauphin Island Sea Lab.
You don't realize how, bad the plastic and stuff is until you really get into it and learn about it.
It's easy to think that it's just a plastic bag or a plastic straw, but those things do add up, and they have an impact.
If you have a dirty-looking community, your property values drop. That's one way that it directly connects to your pocketbook. When it's in the waterway, it directly connects to you again. Not only are people getting fish out of here to eat, a lot of people fish in these waters for subsistence. They don't do it for fun and throw them back in. They do it because they're feeding their families. So a lot of that trash and litter has got to do with the cleanliness of the water. But you also have to remember that the trash and litter we're looking at is just the visual aspect of pollution. I wouldn't want to go swim next to some of the stuff we've retrieved out of the water today.
The hope, however, is that one day we will be able to eat from, swim in, and enjoy all of our waterways just as they were intended to be. For your News Nightcap, I'm Amber Gerard. Have a good Monday.